Hi everyone. I would like to share something that's happening to me that was happening to me in the last 2 days. I think it's quite challenging times for everybody. Collectively, there's a lot of anger, a lot of stuff going on that can trigger us. There's a lot of triggers around. And I'm personally have had this experience in the last 2 days. Very much because there's a situation in my son's life that has triggered me a lot. It's about a person that has a lot of influence on his life and who is behaving in a very unfair manner to him. I had a crying kid every day, not wanting to go to school, and it was really difficult. I asked for a talk, and the talk was really difficult. But before that talk, I realized how triggered I was through everything that had happened and how angry I've gotten. There was so much anger coming up, and I couldn't recognize myself. I was like, oh gee, what's going on here? So even my body started reacting. I started having diarrhea, and it's really tough. It's been really tough. So yesterday morning I just realized, wait. If my energy is like that, if I'm so angry and so triggered and so nervous, I'm going to co-create that situation even worse for my son. So what can I do? And first I try to, to be honest, to meditate it away, to do all my healing work in order to get rid of that feeling. And that didn't work because it never works. If we resist something, it persists. So only when we come into that heart-centered space of complete unconditional love for ourselves, of complete acceptance of whatever is going on and allowing ourselves to feel what's going on, that's when the shifts can happen. So I went for a jog, and on the way back I just realized, wait a second, I'm doing all these things and breathing and everything that I know to do that helps and that heals, but I'm doing it in order to have it go away, and that will never work. So I just allowed myself to sense where in my body is that feeling now, where in my body is that happening. Not, dive into the story. There's a difference between allowing yourselves to feel what you feel and diving into a story and to make it worse. So I just allowed myself to sense it and to feel it, and it started easing up a little bit on me. And the next step, I really went home and I did a healing session. I did a healing session with that consciousness that even if that stays, I'm going to do whatever is best for me right now. And I sat down and I did an amazing healing session, and I came out of that session completely calm and relaxed. I went to that talk, and I have to tell you, it was not easy, but the calmness stayed all the way up to the point I was there, and even through the talk, even though this talk was not easy, and even though there were situations where I was triggered, I did feel angry, I even let that anger out, but I was so much more grounded in who I am and what I was, and I could come back into my heart from time to time when I saw, oops, I'm losing it. I came back and I found myself again. And I came home and I knew exactly what I wanted to do. So this morning I woke up and I still had some of these thoughts going into, oh my God, and yeah, and she said that, and how unfair is this, and she was lying, and then I got triggered a little bit, and then I remembered, wait a second. Don't co-create. Take care of your own frequency. Take care of your own feelings, your own emotions, your own vibration. That's how you can create the most for yourself and for everybody involved, including your son. And so I did. And it's amazing. I feel so good now. I know everything will be okay. And no matter how it turns out on the outside world, it's about how we feel within. And I know that I can support my son best if I am calm within, because when I'm nervous, I'm not fair to him as well. I do stuff that I wouldn't do normally, and he can feel this energy. So my invitation for you is, I hope my story inspires you really, that we take care of ourselves throughout these times. They're challenging, but if we can come back and root into our own being, our own love, our own self-care and self-love, we can contribute the most for everybody. So I'm sending you much love. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Oh, and I forgot to mention something. I have a healing session coming up on June 25th. And if you would like, I have a free meditation on my website, www.nethealing.net. It's a meditation for grounding and expansion. That's really helpful in these times. I do that every single day and sometimes even more than once. And it's part of my practice to do something as I recorded it. And so if you're interested in the healing session and or that free meditation, check out my website, www.nethealing.net. Thank you so much. See you in my next video. Bye bye.